negotiation dialogue will never be easy. It's always the most difficult path, but that is the only way out short of war. So we need to pursue that path no matter what. The difficulties, we should not discount the difficulties, the huge amount of hurdles we need to overcome. Take Iran, for example, as an example. The Iranian nuclear issue, Iran, I don't think the difficulties associated with Iran, with Iranian nuclear issues are any less than those of DPRK or Korean Peninsula nuclear issue, if not more, because Iran is situated in a region much more volatile than Korean Peninsula. It's in the Middle East with so many different difficulties, Palestinian-Israeli conflict, turmoil in Syria, Libya, Yemen, and now even among Arab countries, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Once conditions are right, once we have put the right package on table, if we persist in persist in negotiation with patience, if the package is a fair deal, I'm saying deal because when I'm saying deal, I'm thinking of Mr. President Trump. He is very much interested in making deals. Here we need a deal that is fair and just for all of us. For all of us. Major powers need to have strategic balance in mind for the region to make sure that major powers do not drift apart, take different positions, have different agendas on this very issue. Secondly, how should we address the security issue of the region? Is there no way out? Of course there is a way out. We need to stop the war formally, for instance. We need to normalize relations with DPRK, for instance. You have many things to do, but of course now the precondition is for DPRK to give up nuclear option. That demand international community has made repeatedly, represented by the Security Council. China is in favor of that. But for that to happen, it will not happen instantly because all the chesses, the pieces on the chessboard are not in place. You move one piece, you need to move other pieces too on the chessboard. So it's not a ideal situation. It's not a simple issue to address. So when policymakers, when negotiators, when diplomats are trying to devise a solution to the issue, they need to put all the pieces on the chessboard and move them simultaneously, some as a first step. For instance, double suspension. Suspension is not how shall I say, give up nuclear capabilities. Iran has not given up nuclear capabilities. It's only promised to suspend it so that it will not reach a tipping point. DPRK now has some nuclear capabilities. What they want to do is stop right there, do not go further, do not develop further ICBM capabilities, do not pursue miniaturization of nuclear weapons, so that you give other people some assurances that it is ready to negotiate. Other people need to give quid pro quo and find a solution. So as I see it, I come back to my three elements of the package. You have the nuclear element, you get the security element. Also, you have the balance, strategic balance among major powers. Major powers actually are the key. especially the United States. If the U.S. has a hidden agenda, still pursues regime change in North Korea,
but
they still have.
They are not seeking.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Change,
that's what they're saying. They don't like that regime. Of course, the previous administration obviously is pursuing that option. I don't know about the current administration, but what the U.S. is doing right now is for the purpose not only to stop the nuclear development on Korean Peninsula or DPRK, but also try to make that regime disappear. That's what they are after. So we need to make sure the major powers are of one mind. They have a meeting of mind that we need to address the nuclear issue first as a first step, and then we need to have peace and stability, the security of the Korean Peninsula as a much more important package, a package deal that need to be reached among parties, and the basis of which, of course, is, as I said, major power need to have a consensus. They need to reach a consensus as to what we need to have, what we need to see Korean Peninsula, the future Korean Peninsula is. And also we need to agree to what measures need to be taken step by step to achieve first nuclear suspension as a double suspension as a first step. Secondly, overall security framework.